Hello everyone, I am back again with another video. I am sharing with you today how I made the cover of this Faces journal. Got some few items that I'm going to use, and I'm going to use these watercolor, well, I don't know what it's called. It's kind of like a, I've got the Dutch word in my head. I can't seem to find the English one. I'm sorry for that, but it's like a charcoal. That's what I wanted to say. Kind of like charcoal. But first I'm going to work on the cover by using these old stickers. They are very, very old. And I'm just taking them off, but if I do it one by one it will take way too long and I don't have the patience for that. So I'm just going to pull off the whole thing and then just press it on my surface and then pull it up again, and then whenever something sticks it stays there, and that works quite well, and it's a bit more random, so I like the way this goes. But even this took a bit too long, so in the end I decided just to tear it up and then just to glue it on there. Why not? So you can see now I'm starting to get fed up with it, so here it goes. Then I go in with gesso, making it all pretty white, covering it quite well, not everywhere, but still enough that you can see the background. Then I go in with the pencil, and that's Derwent watercolor pencil. It's water soluble. I've got my little box of pencils so I can tell you. This is a Derwent sketching pencil. It's a medium wash 4B, and it's just like a regular pencil. It does the trick like a regular pencil, but if you use water then it will look like watercolor. I love that. It's very fine and it looks neat, and you can sketch really well with it without smudging. But I'm not using what I'm leaving it like that because the paint will act as water and then will dilute the pencil. I don't know if that's called the right way, but you know what I mean. So then I go in. I've got Quinacridone Azo Gold, I think it's called, and I've got a plain white, and I've got a bluish green from Amsterdam, and that's my all-time favorite. I went to so many of these bottles. I've got it in my hand now as I speak, and it's called Greenish Blue. It's number 557, and it's quite opaque, and I think I've had already 10 bottles, and I used them all. Really love that color. I mix it with the Azo Gold, and then you get this really beautiful green, like an ocean green. Then I use the white to cover her face, and I don't mind if there's still just a little bit of paint, the green paint on my brush. That's really not important at all. It's not going to be a masterpiece. So I intentionally use a small brush. I could use a larger brush and cover more surface at once, but I really like working with small brushes. It gives me more strokes and more texture. I love working with those small brushes, even on large pieces. So here I'm saying something. Don't know what I'm saying, but I do say something. It might be very interesting. Sadly, you can't hear it. But I thought that I cut that out. I didn't. So getting my baby wipes out, and then use this little stencil from Tim Holtz. Let's see if I can turn around and have them on hand to tell you what the brand name is. Well, it's Tim Holtz, you know that, but which one? Well, it has circles. That's the one. I know it is from the last, from 220, I think. So just go through it with the same baby wipe. Don't mind if it's dirty, just turn it over to a clean spot on your baby wipe. Look, a bit more interest. Very, very messy. And I'm sorry for yawning, but I always do it when I am doing a voiceover. I can't help myself. It's very annoying. But anyway, so I'm just sketching a nice little face. It's not anatomically correct, but well, I like that. I like her. I like those luscious lips that she's got. So using this is the Stabilo All. Still got about 2 inches left on that pencil. So not much. 2 inches, 10 centimeters, I think. No, 5 centimeters left. So this is the way it looks now, and then I go in with the same colors. Really nice brown, and this is very fiddly. Well, I do it very slowly, and I left as much in as I could, but otherwise the video will take too long, and some of you don't like that. I might just do an ASMR video, so no voice, just sound of my brush and my materials going over the surface. And then I will do the whole painting. Might be relaxing, I don't know. Now you can see that I am fiddling about with the eyes, and just filling up those 2 eyes took me a while. And then this is the way I always start. I always start with a darker space, the darker shading. People say that's not the way to do it, but I like it that way. Now little cheeks, and then I go in with the white and I dilute it a little bit so it takes on a lighter color. And I just mix it and mix it with these 3 colors for the whole cover. And you can see that in the upper left corner you can see 2 dilutions paints. I was planning on using them, but I didn't do it in the end, because with these 3 colors I could make a very nice range of greens and yellows and blues, of course. And this is how I fiddle along. Just putting some white spots on there where the accents needs to go, well, in my opinion. And you can see that I'm holding the tip of my pencil, and I am just trying to loosen up a little bit and let the brush decide where everything has to go, where the strokes need to go. And that's then how I do it, and just working a little bit more loose. And you can see if you put on a dark color, just go over it with white. It only works when it's wet, of course, but then you can dilute it, and you can even use your baby wipe to wipe it all off. On the surface of that cover, I didn't mention that in the beginning, I think, that there is a little bit of I glued those collage bits down with gel medium. So if you put paint on it and you take a baby wipe and you don't like it, then you just wipe it away when it's still wet. So I find it very easy. And I'm just touching up here and there, and I like the dark spaces under the eyes a lot. So you can see I'm just making circular motions, movements, so I can just mix the colors. And whereas there's really no plan, I do know certain things that need to be highlighted, but I don't think about where the light is coming from, or how big her nose is and where the shadow of that nose would be, or I really don't think about that at all. I'm just putting paint down and then just thinking, do I like it? Yes. And then I quit. And then I think it's enough. So that's the way I do it. I'm just going on and on and on. And I think this, I don't know, I think about half an hour this cost me to create this face in total. So I'm just going in with a white to do the highlighting again. And I might do it several times. So another layer of paint, and then and usually I don't dry my paint layers in between. So I'm just leaving them as they are. And then I go in with white to do the eyes, and I want to make the eyes a little bit smaller. As you can see here, that looks a little bit better. And then I am going away from it and start another spot. That's also what I do. If I don't know what to do anymore, then I start just on another spot on the page, and I will get back to the problem area later. So putting the final details on my face, going in with browns again, a little bit more shading. And as I said, there is no real reason why I do things the way I do. Just look at to see if I like it. In front of me I've got an old towel. I don't use that much water. I rinse my brush on my towel. And that's why I don't get the real clear white or the true blue. There's always another color mixed in, but I don't mind. So you see that I'm going from left to right and back again, and going to the nose, and just looking to see where I can put some paint down. Going around the nose with the same shades, and I'm not using black or whatever, just going around and shade with the colors that I've got. And if I don't like it, as I said before, you can just wipe it away if you need to. Going in with white to shade the neck a little bit more. She has a bit of a weird shape of a neck, but I don't mind. I'll adjust that in the end, and I'll try and leave a photo that's a bit clear on the beginning of the, or at the end of this video, so you can see what it looks like up close, because I find that if you look at videos, the colors don't really match up with the colors in real life and the way it looks in real life. So I'm holding it as I speak, and it looks better than on video, I can tell you. So changing up the colors again. Don't know why I wanted blue hair, but I thought I'm just going to mix it up and start real dark, and then go over it with a, this is not a baby wipe, this is just a tissue. And well, it's a dry baby wipe, I think. And then just scrape the paint right back off, and then you get a layer of that yellow and green, and just let it dry on its own. And then using the sunshine from Dilutions paint as well, as I see. Didn't know that I colored it with that color. Using a flat brush, a bit bigger, and go over it again. And coloring her hair yellow. I thought it needed a little bit brightening up, and then going in with white. I really like this white paint, and I'm going to reach out and tell you what it is, because I always forget to say what I'm using. This is Galleria from Winsor & Newton, the titanium white. It's a big bottle that I've got, as you can see, and I've got it for a long time, but it's very well white. I really like that. and it's quite opaque, so you don't need much to get a good results. Now going over the nose and, well, the areas that you normally brighten up, like the tip of the nose, the nose bridge, the forehead, chin, and a little bit on that little piece between your nose and your mouth. Now, she comes along. I hope you like the way I left the most parts in, so you can see what I'm doing. So here you can see them going over and brighten up her forehead even more. And holding my brush in a weird way again. And then again under her nose, on her chin. And normally I find it too white, too obvious, but in this case I left it for a long time, and the white dot under her nose stays there. These are my favorite brushes. They are very small and they are a good quality, so that's why I keep them in that little bottle. Just cleaning up her eyes a bit more, using a white and a fine brush to make it look neat. And really, this is not realistic. The eyes don't look like this, but I like the way they look. The white doesn't show that much, but really, I don't care. So just touching it up here and there to make it look a little bit more pretty. And then there is just a few things to do. Like the way it looks already, but I'm going in with the white and the black ink to make her eyes a bit more black. Like the iris needs to go in there, and pupil, of course. Or the iris or the pupil. And I've done that here. I skipped that, but I did it with India ink. So going in with the same color, a bit of a quinacridone to do her lips. I forgot the lips almost, so just a little bit. And now she looks better, doesn't she? So I use less paint, well, on the thickest parts of your lips. So the lower lip and the two hearts, well, the hearts on top of your lip. And the rest is quite dark as shading. Wanted to make her look a little bit like she's smiling, but my mouths are always closed. I don't know, I don't like teeth in a portrait, or I don't like it. I don't know why, but I don't like open mouth or laughing mouth or whatever. They're always closed. Now highlighting the lips and blending it while the paint underneath it is still wet, so you can highlight the white, the lighter parts of the lips. And I have a piece of paper underneath my work, so I can use it as well, as a collage later, maybe. Well, almost done with that. So I left a lot in. I hope you like that. The video is a bit longer than you are used to, but we're not done yet. We need to do the background as well, because there is a very big white gap on the left side of the page. Oh, I see that I didn't like the white. Oh, put the highlights in her eyes. I can see that now. Oh, it's work from the lid. There's always leftover paint that's just enough for these little touch-ups. When I use black outline for the lips and the eyes and wherever I need it, I usually use the Stabilo All for it, and I make a very sharp point on that one, and then I use that. But I tend to use the markers as well, and I prefer the, well, I do like the whatchamacallit, I don't know really. Oh, the finishing, the expressive set, the finishing line pens from Jane Davenport. These are they don't work on any surface, but on acrylic they work just fine. It's the finishing line pen. They come in chiseled pens, in fine tip pens and brush pens, and I really like the way those handle themselves. Well, here I start thinking about that background. Really didn't like it. I needed her face to stand out a bit more, so I going in with the same blue, the greenish blue, the 557 from Amsterdam, and the quinacridone, and I mix it, and then you get a very nice green. And I wanted to spare those circles that you see there that I made with the stencil earlier, but that took way too much work. So you can see here, just wanted to go over it and not fiddle that much. And then she starts to stand out more from the background, and I really like that. And first I thought I was going to leave it like that and just shade a little bit under the hair, but then I thought, oh no, it's way too messy and way too white. Just a smudge. It looks like a smudge, and I really don't like that, so I needed to do a little bit more, and then I just go over it with the bluish green color that I just made. You can see I really wanted to keep it, but here I decided no, I'm not gonna keep it, and I still have some paint left, so why not? Alright. Big dollop of paint. So I made this way back. I don't know when I made this. I think it was even before the lockdown. I think, well, last year. So sometimes you don't know what you've done until you see the video again. And the video was 51 minutes, so I made it in under an hour. I thought it was quite good. Going in with the Posca, just to highlight here and there, make it look pretty, and then I'm almost done. So if you could see the video, the left side underneath, you can see the letters that I put down with the stickers. They come through and it looks very nice. So just, this is the fiddling bit. Again, I fiddle a lot, don't I? Just here and there, a little dot of white. And then I need some text. And I've been collaging a lot lately. And I did it for a long time, but I found a box of words that I use, and mainly Dutch words that I cut out of magazines. So I thought I would look through that and then just use something that was on there, trying it a little bit, and then it said, I enjoy life, but then in Dutch, of course. And I do enjoy life. Even in lockdown, I thought, well, a lockdown, a corona has made me aware of the things that I didn't need to do to be happy, or keep myself busy, or whatever. I can keep myself busy in very many other ways, and I don't need to rush from here to there or buy a lot of stuff or whatever. You don't need that much to be happy. So, but then again, I would be happy if I could just go out and eat out in a restaurant or something, and I don't miss it, but I would like to do it again. So this is it, everyone. I hope you liked this longer video. I hope you like my little cover of my book, and I hope to be back soon. And I say it a lot, but sometimes life just takes over, and how I love to create, but it's not the most important thing in my life at this moment. So you will see me again. So thank you for watching, everyone, and I say until then, bye bye.